Approximate the solutions to the nearest thousandth. X squared minus 3x minus 8 equals 0. First of all, we need to solve the equation for x, and we'll use the quadratic formula. So let's identify a, b, and c. A is the coefficient of the x squared term, so a equals 1. B is the coefficient of the x term, so b equals -3. And c is the constant, so c equals -8. According to the quadratic formula, x will equal the opposite of b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So substituting, we have x equals the opposite of b, which is -3, plus or minus the square root of b squared, which is -3 squared, minus 4 times a, which is 1, times c, which is -8. And all of that is over 2 times a, or 2 times 1. Simplifying then, we have x equals the opposite of -3 is 3, plus or minus the square root of -3 squared is 9, minus 4 times 1 times -8 would be -32. And all of that is over 2. We can simplify a little further. We have x equals 3 plus or minus the square root of 9 plus 32, which is 41, all over 2. We actually have two answers. We have 3 plus the square root of 41 over 2 and 3 minus the square root of 41 over 2. And we're asked to approximate those solutions to the nearest thousandth. The first one would be 3 minus the square root of 41 over 2. And using a calculator and rounding to the nearest thousandth, we would find that that equals approximately -1.702. The second solution is 3 plus the square root of 41 over 2. Again, using a calculator and approximating to the nearest thousandth, we would have that this equals approximately 4.702. So the solutions approximated to the nearest thousandth are -1.702 and 4.702.